Welcome back, NFL football fans. We are here to talk about NFL picks and predictions for week number 5. We are already in week number 5. How fast does the NFL season go? Let me tell you, it goes by fast. Crazy week 4. We have ties, we have this, we have that. It's a disaster in the NFL. Another week in the NFL and another mess. Are you surprised? I'm not. That's just the way she goes in this league because it's just absolute mayhem. Moving on to Thursday Night Football, Week 5. Divisional rivals facing off against each other. Los Angeles Rams at home, favored by 5.5 against the San Francisco 49ers. 5.5. For the Los Angeles Rams. And they're banged up on the O-line. Keep that in mind. I know that they don't have Bosa on the Niners side of things, but you got McCaffrey, you got a chance. That's the motto I live by as long as Christian McCaffrey's in the NFL. If you got McCaffrey, you got a chance. I know Brock Purdy's back, but I mean, dude, what are you gonna do with this game? Like, divisional games they always tend to be close, especially in this division where my Cardinals are. Every single divisional game counts, and I think that the Niners do enough to cover 5.5 against the Los Angeles Rams with a banged up O-line. Moving on, where are we this week? In Ireland, in England, in Germany, in Spain, in France, in Italy, in Greece. Where the fuck are we, NFL? I don't even know where this game's being played. It might be in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I don't fucking know. Minnesota Vikings minus 3.5. After what they just did against the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers down in Ireland. If this game was in Cleveland, I would take the Cleveland Browns. Since it's in England, I'm still taking the Cleveland Browns. Because I just do not trust the Minnesota Vikings and Carson Wentz. I just don't. Justin Jefferson has not been involved as much as he should be. You're just... TJ Hawkinson's just not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz, no JJ McCarthy, and he's another fucking... How's he so banged up at his age? I understand injuries. I played sports myself, but man, figure it out, dude. Figure it out. Find a way. Find a way to be healthy. Don't get me started on that bullshit, but... Anyways, Minnesota Vikings minus 3.5 against the Cleveland Browns in England. Give me the Cleveland Browns. Moving on, Houston Texans. Shut out the Tennessee Titans, who is probably the Titans and the Houston. Titans and the New Orleans Saints, Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday, who that are the worst teams in the NFL. By far, hands down, the worst teams in the league. Yes, the Houston Texans shut out the Tennessee Titans. Are you proud of that? If you're a Texans fan, are you proud of that? You shut out the Titans. Good for you. That team stinks. They're going absolutely nowhere. You got your first win of the season against the Tennessee Titans. Good for you. Baltimore Ravens. Where do you go with the Baltimore Ravens? What's going on with that team? Are they going to make playoffs? Yes. If you're saying that the Baltimore Ravens are not going to make playoffs, you obviously do not know football. You don't know sports. You don't know the pedigree of players who have the ability to take their team to the next level. The Baltimore Ravens have enough guys to get their team to the next level. And I know they're banged up on defense. I get that. You have Lamar Jackson. You have number 8. You have Derrick Henry. You have a chance. You have a chance. I know Derrick Henry's fumbling the football. But I just don't see a path where the Baltimore Ravens do not make the playoffs in the Lamar Jackson era. It's not going to happen. They're going to be in the playoffs. Even if they don't win their division, they're going to be very well fine to win in playoff games and make it to the championship game and then probably lose to Kansas City. The Texans are just... Their defense is playing well. Their offense is horrendous. CJ Stroud, figure it out. Figure it out. What are you doing? This team has so much potential, but their quarterback is letting them down. Their offensive wide receivers are letting them down. They beat the Texans. Yeah, sure. Good for you. That's not enough fuel for me to believe in your team. The Texans have problems. And don't get me wrong, so do the Ravens. But I just think in this certain case scenario, the Ravens at home again against the Texans, after losing to Detroit in a absolute massacre that was, I think the Ravens bounce back if Lamar Jackson plays. And don't get me wrong, who is the Ravens backup quarterback? Is it Cooper Rush? Let me just search this up quickly. Is it Cooper Rush? Who is their backup quarterback? Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, man, he's a capable quarterback. He's a capable backup at best. Lamar Jackson's going to find a way to win. I know his hamstring, this, that. We'll see what happens. The spread's -3.5 Baltimore. Give me the Ravens at home. Dude, if you don't beat the Texans, they got serious problems. I think they're going to be just fine moving forward. Moving on to a toilet bowl matchup. You got probably the worst game of the week, which will somehow end up being the best game of the week. It's the New York Giants facing the Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday. Who dat? New Orleans Saints. The Saints are -1.5 at home. Both teams are down horrendous. What do you do with this game? You got no Malik Neighbors. He's done for the season. Pour one out for Malik Neighbors, man. That guy, he's a stud. I like Malik Neighbors, but man, losing him, he's your best offensive weapon. What are you going to do? Cam Scatterbo? What are you going to do? You got Jackson Dart. And one thing about Jackson Dart, and not just Jackson Dart, but just that whole league in a rabbit hole here. The celebrations are outrageous. They're getting outrageous. When you're losing and you get a rushing touchdown and you're hitting whatever this is, no, stop. Immediately stop. You need to stop with the celebrations when your team is down, when your team is up. You need to stop celebrating. And there's certain times in a game where you need to celebrate. And it's not in the regular season in week fucking 4 of the NFL when you're losing the football game. And I know the Giants won against the Chargers. And I know Jackson Dart got the rushing touchdown. And he's a rookie. And he's hitting one of these. Enough of that bullshit. You're a rookie, dude. You need to fucking prove your point as an NFL football player. Stop with the bullshit. Any sensible-minded human being who is looking at prospects, looking at rookies, looking at younger players, no one wants to see that bullshit. And I could be wrong. Maybe some people love that. And I love the confidence. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big confidence guy. My favorite fucking athlete of all time is Cristiano Ronaldo. You want to talk about confidence? That's confidence. But when you want to just come into a game and put your foot down and do something and then you're going to hit one of these, and as you've proven fucking nothing in the league, it needs to stop. So you got the Giants facing the New Orleans Saints down in the Superdome in the NO. Without Malik Neighbors, I'm taking the Saints. If Malik Neighbors was playing, this spread would be different. The Giants would not be underdog. Give me the Saints. Moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders, the Black Hole. Chucky, just lose, baby. How do you lose to the Bears? You dominated the entire football game and you somehow ended up losing to the Chicago Bears. The Bears. The Colts could have won that game against the Rams if the receiver just didn't drop the football. You cannot drop the football. It's reminding me of my Cardinals with Marvin Harrison Jr. dropping the football, not catching the catches he's supposed to catch. It's just not a thing. You cannot win football games without your receivers fucking catching the football. Colts at home -6.5 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me the Raiders +6.5. I think Daniel Indiana Jones is just not the quarterback everybody thinks he is. He's just not. It's Daniel Jones. Let's face the facts here. I know the first couple weeks of the NFL season, this guy did something that's like, oh my goodness. He's in New York and he sucks, but now he's in Indianapolis and he's unreal. It's still Daniel Jones, everybody. Calm the hell down. Give me the Raiders. And then we got the Arizona Cardinals facing off against the Tennessee Titans at home in State Farm Stadium Arena, whatever the fuck it's called. If we don't beat the Titans, we will never see a Super Bowl in the Kyler Murray era. You need to win this game if you're a Cardinals. If you're the Cardinals, if you're a Cardinals fan, you're shaking in your boots. I'll say this from experience being a Cardinals fan. There's times when these games come up and we lose them. We're a flaky football team. We don't have the pedigree to just destroy teams when we're supposed to destroy them. You saw that last year when we're supposed to beat Carolina to make a playoff spot and we lost 30-something to 30-something. -8.5 Arizona Cardinals. I mean, what are you going to do with this game? You got to go with the Cardinals just based off principle that the Titans are obviously clearly, I don't know if they're tanking or they just suck. I'm not sure which one it is, but they're a horrendous football team, and they are not going to go far in this league in this current season. They're obviously tanking just like the Saints are for a number 1 pick. Give me the Cardinals. Let's go Cardinals. Give me Kyler Murray all day. Moving on. Great game here. Down in the great northwest of Seattle, Washington. Seattle Seahawks. They're always in the mix. This team is always relevant somehow. They always find a way to be relevant. And don't get me wrong, Sam Darnold is not going to bring you to the promised land come playoff time. The Seahawks will make playoffs, but when it comes down to it, you know damn well that the Seahawks ain't doing shit with Sam Darnold. And you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers off a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles at home. I know they're banged up. I know the Buccaneers are injured, but you're giving me here's the thing. If the Buccaneers came closer in that game, if not won the game outright against Philadelphia, what would this point spread be? Not +3. Give me the Buccaneers against Seattle Seahawks. This game has 24-22 written all over it. Moving on to the Washington No Names, aka the Washington Commanders, against the Los Angeles Superchargers. Chargers lose to the Giants. The No Names lose to the Falcons. And what do you do with this football game? Chargers -2.5 at home against the Washington No Names. If Daniels plays, give me the Commanders. If he does not play, obviously take the Chargers in a bounce back game against the Washington No Names. Moving on to Sunday Night Football. You got the Buffalo Bills. Oh, let's go Buffalo! Against the New England Patriots. And I know history says that the Patriots play the Buffalo Bills well, but you have to keep in mind that has a lot to do with Tom Brady. The Bills almost lost to the Saints at home in the middle of the day of a Sunday. In the great month of September, they almost lost to the goddamn New Orleans Saints, who are obviously tanking for a number 1 pick. I think the Bills at home win this football game. Probably by 10 points. The spread's 8.5. Give me the Bills. The Patriots, don't get me wrong, they destroyed the Carolina Panthers, but that's the thing with the Patriots. They're good. They will compete with teams like the Bears, the Patriots, the Saints. They're just not going to compete with the Buffalo Bills. You're just not going to do it. The team has too much offensive weapon, especially at home. You're not going to beat the Bills. It's just not going to happen. So give me the Bills there at home on Sunday Night Football. Prime time. Josh Allen. You want to fuck with that? I wouldn't. James Cook? I wouldn't fuck with that. Moving on. October 6th. Can you believe we're in October? Moving into next week of Week 5 of the NFL. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Kansas City Zebras, a.k.a. the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs put on a performance against the Baltimore Ravens. They absolutely blow them out. They ran the football from here to there to here to there. They destroyed the Baltimore Ravens. So now this is where it's going to get tricky. Oh, they're -3 against Jacksonville. They just beat Baltimore. They should dismantle the Jaguars, right? Don't sleep on the Jaguars. They're playing good football. The Jaguars are playing good football. Say how it is. Yeah, I know it's the Jaguars. Don't get me wrong. I've been there with this team, done that. I know they suck. But they're still positive record. They're still being okay. They're still relevant. And they have a great chance to win that division. By the way, the Tennessee Titans are playing. And the goddamn Houston Texans. That's Houston with a U. Everybody's going to say Patrick Mahomes -3 against the goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars. How do they not win this football game? If this game was at home, I would take the Chiefs. Based off principle, based off Florida, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me Johnny Jaguar +3 against the Kansas City Chiefs. This game has 21-19 written all over it. Jaguars probably lose, but the +3 is nice, I must say. And that's it. That's week 5. We got bye weeks for a lot of teams, and we got a lot of dumpster fire matchups, and we got a lot of shenanigans going on in the NFL. That's the picks. That's the predictions. Thank you for watching. All the best. Take care. Ciao.